What's happening, guys? I'm gonna try and do a race intake on this. There's a company that makes them already, but I don't want to pay the $100 it is for whatever. And I have ABS plastic, so we're gonna try and make that today. Hey guys, let me show you what we're working with. So essentially, there's already a cutout from BMW factory. And essentially what we're gonna do is make a vent here that's going to grab more air and push it into the engine bay. All right, just to give you guys a reference point of what I'm talking about, I'm gonna show a photo of what I'm trying to make right here. And then also I'm gonna show the data logs for the air temperatures before and after from them. People might use fancy 3D CAD softwares, but I'd argue it doesn't get any more 3D than this. It's in my hands. So I took a stencil of cardboard, or not cardboard, construction paper, and decided to turn that into cardboard just because it's a lot more, you can work with it a little bit easier. And I have no plan for this. So we're gonna try and make a surrounding out of cardboard, and then we'll remodel it on the ABS plastic. Let's see what happens. What's up, guys? So I've got a cardboard like template put in there, and just so I can see where this is gonna line up in comparison to this and make sure the grill's not in the way. And essentially, the issue that I'm having is, how am I going to get this so that it not only makes enough room to suck some air in, but doesn't interfere with the V-brace? So I got to figure that out. That's next on the list of things I'm going to tackle. This is this is the rough draft. Doesn't look super great right now, but you can see that it does indeed wrap around. I don't know if I'll end up doing anything with these being flat, but the way that the V-brace is in, it might make a little more sense not to. I don't know. So anyway, these are tapered out to try and smooth air. This will be filled. I'm not sure what I'm going to fill it with. Probably like ABS or some sort of caulk, something. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Either way, there's our test fit, just to make sure that this is feasible. Yeah, looks like but I think it should give us a rough enough idea of where we need to be that it should work. And then also, an important aspect of this is that I had to, I don't know if you can see that, this is slanted up at an angle so that we can accommodate for the V-brace without having that huge jump up. So I think that this should be okay for now. It'll come out once we clean everything up in the ABS. So here's how it looks right now, and let's go look at it in the car. Guys, here we go. We have our V-brace, and then you can see back in here, let me get that out of the way, we do have an open hole. So let's see how this thing fits. I wanted to make it so that you didn't have to do any sort of assembly once it was in there. I didn't even take any of the bumper off for any of this whole concept. So yeah, I think that once that's mounted, that is going to be almost perfect. I mean, you can see we're lined up back there perfectly. It's definitely going to suck air in, and I don't think it's intrusive enough that if it were going to cause us any issues with the radiator, we still have the complete other side. This is going to be asymmetrical unless I decide to do one in the future on the other side. But yeah, man, I think that's going to look, we'll see how it looks at ABS, but I think it is going to function. Hey guys, something I'm learning later on is that this stuff doesn't flex nearly as much as I thought it was going to. I watched one video on it, on how to like do this, and it seemed like it flexed a lot more under heat, but the guy was making 90-degree angles, and we're bending and trying to keep a curvature. So I don't know, we'll see if we can make it work. Just something to think about if you ever try this. I forgot to record in between here and there, but I do have the final product. Let me show it to you. It's right here. Yeah, guys, here it is. Turns out ABS plastic is way harder to work with if you're not doing 90-degree bends. And the trying to arch it is way more than I know how to do. And so it's gone poorly. And alternatively, in the amount of time I've spent working on this, I probably could have just gone to a regular job and made the money to buy the part in the first place. Be better at it than I am, or don't try at all, I guess. I really don't know what the moral of the story is here. It's like 1 in the morning. Been out here since like 9 o'clock. This shit is hard to work with, dude. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, because this is how not to make your own car parts, guys. Just, unless you want to make them out of cardboard, I guess. Cool, thank you, guys.